Welcome all. In today's video we'll be discussing about what operating system do, or in other words we'll be discussing about different components. So here a computer system roughly divided into 4 components. And they are as follows. The first one is the hardware, and the second one is the operating system. Third one is application, programs, and the last one is users. Now we'll be looking into the abstract view of the operating system or the components of the computer system. So here you will be having what is called as computer, hardware. Above this you will be having what is called as operating system. And above this you will be having system and application programs, like you'll be having compilers, assemblers, text editors, so on with respect to database. And all the users will be interacting with all these things. So they'll be interacting with the system programming as well as the application programming, in turn with the operating system, and then in turn with respect to the computer hardware. This is called as user 1, user 2, user 3, and user n. So this we call it as abstract view of the components of a computing or computer system. The next important point that you need to remember is the hardware, that is the CPU, memory, and input as well as output devices. What they provide is they provide the basis or basic computing resources for the system. And the application programs such as word processor, spreadsheets, as well as your compilers and web browsers. All these define the ways in which these resources are used to solve users computing problems. So the next thing is the operating system controls the hardware and coordinates with the users, or coordinates its use among various applications, programs for the various users. So these are the things that we need to keep in our mind, and in addition to that, let us try to view the perspective of the user view as well as the system view, and what are interrupts. So the next thing is we'll look into these issues. Let us get into the user view. In this environment, the user works with mainframe or mini computer or workstations connected to networks of other workstations. And servers. So this is the user viewpoint. Now let us view from the system viewpoint. Here we can view an operating system as a resource allocator. And it also controls programs and manages the execution of user programs to prevent errors and improper usage. Now let us get into the next one, that is the interrupts. So basically, an occurrence of an event is usually called as an interrupt. And this interrupt might be caused by hardware or the software. So there are two ways to implement the interrupts. The first one is the hardware and the next one is software. That is, this is nothing but handling of interrupts. So it can be done through hardware as well as software. This hardware may trigger an interrupt at any time by sending a signal to the CPU. By using what is called as system bus. Now let us get into the software. This gets triggered and it is handled by executing a special operation which is called as system call. It is also called as monitor call. So these are the things that you need to discuss if anything is asked based on the different components of an operating system, or what actually an operating system does. Thank you.